Hello. The following example is example 4.1.1 in your notes. This is dealing with one-to-one functions. A one-to-one function follows the following definition. If f of a equals f of b, then a equals b. Because of this definition, in order to check if a function is one-to-one, we start out with the hypothesis that f of a equals f of b. Let's see what that means for letter A here. F of x equals negative 4x plus 12. I'm going to start out with the assumption that f of a equals f of b. When that happens, that gives me negative 4a plus 12 equals negative 4b plus 12. From this point, I want to get a by itself, which means I need to solve this equation for a. To do that, the first thing I need to do is subtract 12 from both sides. That leaves me with negative 4a equals negative 4b. To solve for a, I need to divide both sides by negative 4. That leaves me with a equals b. Notice that that is the conclusion I was looking for, a equals b. So because of that, that means that this checks out, which means the answer here is yes. F of x for letter A here is one-to-one. Let's see what happens with letter B. Again, I start out with the assumption f of a equals f of b. F of a is the square root of 25 minus a squared. Make sure your radical goes all the way past a squared. And that's equal to the square root of 25 minus b squared. Notice I need to get rid of the square root in order to figure out what this is. So square both sides, you get 25 minus a squared equals 25 minus b squared. Again, I want to solve for a. This means I need to subtract 25 from both sides. That leaves me with negative a squared equals negative b squared. You may be tempted to do the square root property now, but do not do so. You can only take the square root when the left-hand side has only a squared here. This negative prevents you from doing so. So divide both sides by negative 1, and you're left with a squared equals b squared. And now you do the square root property. So that means that a is equal to plus or minus b, because the square root of b squared is b. Now what's important here is that you remember that it's plus or minus. This plus or minus means that this is not one-to-one, because up here a just equals b. So because of that plus or minus, that means that no, this f of x is not one-to-one.